and the kid basically got stolen. The stolen girl.
The creepy thing is, just to go on about the show, because this was the moment where my heart dropped and my stomach dropped as a parent.
Welcome to Wine Chats with Billy and Lindsay,
where we drink wine and chat life. We're back. Last week we had to take a week off.
We did. Linda Lynn is alive.
I'm alive. And I picked a wine that would make me happy today. We're going to be chatting about, sorry, we should tell you first, like sleepovers and kids sleeping over and play dates and stuff.
Yes.
Because we recently just watched a show. Anyways, we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, I picked a wine that is going to make me happy today. So it's a Pinot Gris, Bill.
Yes, I was going to say, I knew it was coming.
A Pinot Gris. It's from our lovely wine sponsor, Budburst Wines. So they do like all really yummy, like Tassie wines, right? Mm-hmm. Like how good?
I know, it's amazing.
So far.
So good. It's true. We've tried a Pinot Noir. Beautiful.
And a Rosé.
And the Rosé, that was also really good.
Which we were surprised because we're not Rosé girls.
Yes.
This one is a Hughes and Hughes Pinot Gris from obviously Tassie, like I said, 2024. So look, it can't be bad. It's going to be delicious. I'm so excited. And just to let you know, I'm obviously keeping this bottle. Like I get to, oh my God, what? Wait, why is it peachy?
Oh, it's so peachy.
What is happening in this glass?
Ooh.
Do you guys see that? Can you see that?
Oh my.
I'm so excited. I need to read the book. The bottle, does it have like, combining natural, blah, blah.
Ooh,
well, this is so bizarre.
Is there peach in it, Lindsay?
Well, I was thinking strawberries or something, but no, it doesn't say anything.
The skin contact on this is rich.
What?
I don't know. Don't know how I'm supposed to use it.
I'm so surprised. Like,
I'm excited to try it.
We're not wine enough people, I guess, even after 6 years, to know, like, why is the Pinot Gris so peachy?
It has to have something with the skin contact.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Sure. Cheers to this beauty. Oh my God. What is that?
That's so not Pinot Grigio to me.
Really? Oh no, it is.
I don't know much about wine, you guys.
I mean, Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are my white jams.
Yes. Yeah.
So for me, this tastes exactly like it should taste, but so much better. Like this is delicious.
It has a bit of bitterness to it.
No, it does
not.
No, it does. No, that would
my
be
palate.
That would be dryness. Is it bitter or dry?
Both.
Okay. Okay.
I love it though. It's delicious.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was created by brothers, Jonathan and Matthew. Johnny and Maddie, you guys do really yummy wines.
Keep making wine. Hughes and Hughes. Love
Literally.
it.
Go and try them.
And I like this label. It looks like a two-headed dog, but there's like...
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like maybe that's Maddie and Johnny.
I think those are the brothers. Anyway, check out this bottle. It's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Budburst. And let us talk about this show.
You put me onto this.
I did. And it was funny because you had, I don't know what made you want to talk about it because I'm pretty sure you came up with the topic. And I remember thinking to myself, I had just started watching this show called The Stolen Girl, I believe, which is on Disney. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I started watching the first episode and spoiler alert. We'll talk about this episode. Leave now if you don't want to hear. Or anyway, listen.
Put us on mute. Just stare at us.
Yes, you could do that too. So this show is about basically this like lady comes to pick up her daughter from school. They've just met this brand new friend and they're like, oh, can she come for a play date? And the lady's like, fuck, look, we don't normally do this kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. But goes, okay, sure, go for a play date. Goes to pick her up from the play date and they convince her to let the daughter stay for the night. So she drops off the stuff, goes to work the next day. This is what pissed me off as well. Calls the husband and is like, hey, is like the kid home? And he's like, oh no, I've been having a nap. It's 2 p.m., whatever. And she's like, dude, she was supposed to be back at midday. Mm-hmm. And the kid basically got stolen. The stolen girl.
The creepy thing is, just to go on about the show, because this was the moment where my heart dropped and my stomach dropped as a parent. So the mom is talking to the dad who had had a nap and she's like, shit, like I'm on my way home from work. We've got to go to the house because she knew where they lived.
Yeah.
Because she had dropped her daughter off there, right? So they go to the house, knocking on the door. No one answers. The husband's looking through the window and he's like, oh yeah, someone's coming. So the look on the wife's face is like, oh, phew. Some chick opens up the door and she's a cleaner. And she's like, no one lives here. Like, this is an Airbnb. And the moment the lady said that, like, I felt it in my insides, the panic that would have been running through that poor mother and father's, like, bones.
1,000%.
Insane.
And then the whole story about her, like, and this is what, like, as the story progresses, everybody, like, jumps on the mum's case and is like, how could you let her sleep over at somebody's house? You don't even know these people. Yeah. How could you just let her sleep over? And this kid was like, how old? Maybe like 10, 12? 8.
8 or 9, because 8 is age.
Yes, you're right.
And I was like, oh my God, this is Ada. 8, because 8.
Yeah. And so at the time you were watching it, like, I get how they kind of fell into the situation. And the mum did a really good job at the beginning of being like, look, we don't like plan play dates this quickly or whatever. And I even say to my kids, because our kids will often do this, especially when they're together, and be like, can we stay over? Can we do this and do that? And we go, no. Because we haven't, like, let us plan it first. If you want something, like, talk to me about it later. And then we'll get in the car and I'll be like, don't you fucking do that shit to me. But to you, I don't care. Like, when it's in front of your kids and you guys, I don't, like, we speak freely and openly. But when they do that shit to me with people I'm not familiar with or we're not super close with, we will literally get in the car and be like, no.
I rip them a new one. 100%. I have had to tell my children this probably about 3 times in the last very short period of time. Yeah. And I'm like, it is so rude and uncomfortable. It makes everyone feel awkward and uncomfortable because 100%. I don't roll like that anyways. Like, I'm not one of those types of people. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's change our plans. Totally. Great. I don't roll that way. Yep. I don't need weeks in advance, but I'm like, no, maybe next weekend. Yeah. You know, like.
But I need time to mentally process it.
Well, and like to prepare, like it.
To prepare,
It's not on. So I've had to tell my children this multiple times lately. So I'm 100% the same. Totally. And what I get with that mom though, when she went to the play date, she was frazzled, not the kid, but the mom was frazzled. She was late for picking the kid up from school. Yes. The new kid's mom seemed and looked lovely. Yeah. Normal. Yeah. I can see how she got peer pressured into making those decisions.
Totally.
The sleeping over part, bad judgment call.
But again, you come to the house, you check the place out. You think to yourself, well, this is a nice, wealthy, lovely looking family. The mum seemed like legit, fine.
Yeah. I can see how it happens.
I couldn't let my kids sleep over only because I'm like a bit clingy. I don't know. Like, but you don't know until you're in the situation. You really just can't tell.
Look, I would have been I sympathize and understand how and why she made that decision. Yeah. But I know for a fact I would not.
Yeah. And not to a stranger's house. Like, who are these people?
Totally. Well, and I know for a fact because Van's, he's in grade 2. So yes, he has like a few like besties. Yeah. But he hasn't had many play dates. Right. He has gone over to one of his one bestie's house. I trust his parents. He could sleep over at Nate's house. Yep. 100% would have no problem. I got a message from one of his friends, a friend, not a bestie, just a friend that's been around for the last few years, but just a friend. Huh. They've never come here for a play. Van's never gone there for a play. No. I've met the mum at school. Didn't really hit. I mean, not my person. Yeah. Nice enough, just not my person. Haven't met the father face to face. Anywho. So the mom sends me a message and says, oh, hey, can Van come over for a play date next weekend? And I'm like, no, he cannot. I'm like, I need to think of an excuse. Like I did not know them well enough. I totally hadn't been to their house. Not to be rude, she's a little bit unhinged. Like, she literally is that type of person you meet and you're like, interesting.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So I lied. I just said, so sorry. Like, Saturday we've got this on and Sunday we already have plans.
Which is true. Jesus Christ, you guys with your weekends. Look, you could have squeezed it in if you really wanted to.
I could have made it happen. And I didn't tell Van.
Of course you don't tell them, because if you tell the child, he's going to want to go.
So there was no way. Like, no way. So, like, there's no way I would let him sleep over. Well, Van actually hasn't had a sleepover at all yet. He's 8. He just turned 8.
Yeah, with friends, honestly, the only place my kids for friends have really slept over is your house. Otherwise, it's just been family. Mm-hmm. They really haven't slept over anywhere else. Yeah. Because I'm the same. Like, I don't also want to take my kids to sleepovers when I don't not even sleepovers are like almost like a no to me.
Okay.
Unless I really, really know the people. Mm-hmm. Like something like the pickles or whatever that would like, they would easily be a yes for me because like they like family.
Family.
Yeah, exactly. So like that stuff is fine. But with friends, you just like, if I don't know the people personally, both the mum and the dad, I just like, what is my child walking into? Like, I can't have them out in the world when they're that little.
No. And this is
like,
okay. So question, because it's everyone has different perspectives. Like how old for May, because she's your youngest, how old does May or Eve, I shouldn't say just May, have to be to sleep over at I'm going to say a random friend, as in like they've been in the same orbit for a while. You've met their parents like at school, but not like intimately. Like, how old do you think?
I don't know if it's an age thing as such. It's more of like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily, it's not, I'm not letting May go to sleepovers because she's little. It's more because I haven't got anybody who I would be like trusting to look after my child when I'm not there. I just don't want to put them in that situation. Yeah. So it's not necessarily like, I mean, like again, I'll let her come over to your house. But like if it's like a random person, why would I even put her in that position?
And has she been asking? Has May been asking for sleepovers?
No, it's literally just one of those things, and like don't even, I don't know, don't even bother asking. It's just not, it's not a thing that we do. I'm not just going to drop you off to a random person's house for the night. Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. No, I get
very
it.
Weird about that. Yeah.
So do I. 100%.
And it's not something that I think we like actively talk about. Like I don't sit down and tell her, no, you can't go to sleepover at Janie's place because her parents are weird. It's never really come up.
So she's not asking. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Van, my youngest, who's the same age as May, he's asked like, oh, when can I have a sleepover? When can I have a sleepover?
Right, okay.
And I think he's asking because his older brother and sister have sleepovers, right?
Yeah, because your kids go separately. See, my kids generally go together. So it's not, because they're kind of in close in age, and they, again, it's only really been to your house, I honestly, and like their cousin's house, grandparents and stuff, fine. But like, they don't really go places separately, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not because I like to clump them together, but just because things just work out that way.
It's just the way it is, yeah.
So of course Van would see the older ones, of course, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, no, like maybe next year in grade 3 you might be able to sleep over at Nate's. Yeah. So like it would have to be like somebody that you know and trust 110%. But I've put the cap on it, like, no, it has to be in grade 3 minimum.
Right, okay.
And it would have to be the right family.
Exactly. And to me, if the right family came along now, like sure, but May doesn't really, she's not that like super duper close to like any of the kids at school where I would be like, oh yeah, you go and say that. Like no fucking way.
Yeah. It's funny because like even Ada, so she's my middle one, she's 10. No, she's not. She's 9.
Easy.
Soon. She's her next birthday at the end of the year. Yeah, so Bane and her have friends that are brother and sisters as well.
Yep.
Brother and sister as well. Yep. So, and their parents are like super close friends of ours. We've been in each other's orbits since the boys were in prep, right? For years. Trust them with my life. Actual friends of ours, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so the mom said, oh, does Bane and Ada want to have a sleepover?
Yeah.
And Ada's never slept over there. Bane has. Ada has not.
Interesting.
Yeah. Bane would sleep. Bane is such a fucking cruisy kid. He'll sleep over anywhere. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so Ada hasn't wanted to?
She hasn't wanted to. So she's gone there for play dates, but she hasn't felt comfortable enough to sleep there. Totally.
Fucking fair enough. Exactly, yeah.
And even the mom said in her message, look, if Ada wants to,
she's welcome to.
She's welcome to
yes.
So I asked Ada, I'm like, do you think you want to? Like, this is a great opportunity because Bane will be there.
Yes, exactly. Yes. You would think she'd love to go.
And she did, but she said, oh, I'm just afraid I won't be able to fall asleep because I'll be missing you too much.
All I'm fucking hearing, like when I think to myself, no, I'm not even about you.
Oh,
I'm about me. I'm like, yay, Ada comes to my house for sleepovers and I love that.
Well, but this is the thing. She thinks of it like your home is like our home.
We're loosey-goosey. Your home, but better, as in messier, but like,
I mean, it doesn't run the same. Yeah, it doesn't run the same. It doesn't function the same.
Like wild animals in my house.
But it's very different.
But that makes me feel so like, I love that she's so comfortable. Do you know, I didn't realize, like I would have thought that she'd be so, because she's such a confident kid. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like when I see her, I'm like.
No, she's very particular. She's only had a sleepover really.
Ada, baby girl, I love you.
Yeah, your place and another friend's place for sleepovers.
Do you know how devastated my girls were these last holidays that we didn't get to have a sleepover?
I know.
And now we're not going to, again, because side note, I'm going to Perth for 2 weeks. I should take her with me.
Rude. No, my mother's coming over. Could you imagine?
Of course.
Susie would hunt you down in Perth. And
I'm so sorry. I'm going to delete this from the episode so she doesn't hear it. Delete all the evidence.
Right? No, so she's very selective. And do you know what? She's so much like me. I remember a story, and I told Ada this the night before she went to
you
her friend's house. No, because she was like, "Oh, mommy, like I hope I can fall asleep." And I said, "Well, take your mummy bear." So she has a little stuffed animal that is holding a heart, and it says "mum" on it. Yeah, I'm like, and
stop it.
She pretends it's me, like she cuddles it at night. I know.
It's like a little voodoo doll. One day when she's angry, you're just gonna start pricking it.
She totally will. It'll be decapitated or something. It totally will. Fuck. Anyways. Few more years yet for that to happen. I'm like, just take your mummy bear. Like, it's fine. It's not a big stuffed animal. Like, your friends are still
take Gorgeous with you.
It's fine. Oh, Gorgeous is like this huge stuffed
giant crab squishy
that Billy bought her for her birthday. She would have if she could. Anywho, so I was trying to comfort her and I said, look, I remember a story when I was a little girl. I went to a sleepover at Shannon Butchert's house.
Hi, Shannon.
Still remember. Hi, Shannon. And she was a friend, but not like a super close friend.
Okay.
So it was same situation as Ada going to this sleepover, right?
Yep.
And I remember having grape pop and popcorn and having a great old time. But then it just hit me like a wall of me missing my mom and me just not wanting to be there. Me crying. My mom had to come and get me. It was supposed to be
But that
sleepover.
happens to so many kids.
Totally.
That is not.
And that was my point to
Totally,
Ada.
yeah.
I'm like, Nini came and got me. If that's what happens, I will come and get you. Like, no big deal.
1,000%.
Do you know what? That girl did not message me. She didn't, when I went to pick her up, she didn't want to come home. She had no problem falling asleep.
Amazing. But they always do. It's like that. It's more like the thought of going and what, like you put your anxieties on it, of course.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you fucking forget all about it.
Crazy, right? Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember going to I feel like sleepovers when I was a kid were more like group sleepovers.
Oh, like an actual like slumber party type
like
thing.
slumber parties. Okay. I did have Amanda Wakefield came to sleep over at my house when I was little. Like literally, this is the one person I remember coming to my house. This just popped into my head. I have not thought about Amanda Wakefield. Amanda, if you're out there and you're watching, hey babe.
Is this New Zealand days or Croatia days?
New Zealand.
New Zealand days. Okay.
I never lived in Croatia. Jesus, Lindsay,
not Croatia. Yugoslavia.
Oh,
Former Yugoslavia.
When you were from America. Girl.
I totally deserve that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Montenegro. I get it. I get it. She's not Montenegro either. Former Yugoslavia.
Keep trying.
No, like that beautiful part of No, I'm saying like I was making fun of myself, like Montenegro. Like I know you're not from there. Former Yugoslavia people. It doesn't exist anymore. The child went through a war, for fuck's sakes. Anyways.
It's been a few episodes since I mentioned it, so I thought I'd just bring it back. No, I remember this is in New Zealand, and she came to my house, and how she was so sweet, and I cannot believe, like I was obviously very close friends with her, but now when I think back on it, like obviously like my parents were like lovely and delightful, and there's no dramas there, like nothing else happened, but like we were so little, like I would have been like 9, 10 as well.
Okay.
And that was just only sleepover. Like I remember her coming to my house. I would never go to Amanda's house.
What's the point of the story? So just that
was the one sleepover I remember having like with an individual kid when I was little.
Right. Sorry, I thought something was about to happen. I'm like, okay, get to the good part. Like what happened?
Nothing happened. She was just very, very sweet, and she was a very good friend of mine. So hello, Amanda. This was a story for you and me. Lindsay was not involved.
Is Amanda still alive? Do we know?
I fucking hope so.
I don't know.
Jesus.
I was hoping for like some sort of tragic twist.
No, she was really, really lovely. That's just the only, because I think to myself, like I don't ever remember any other friend coming over for a sleepover after that. And then it was when I was a teenager and we had like group sleepovers.
Yeah. Group sex. What?
Oh, no. I was going to say almost. No, I'm too vanilla for that, people.
Totally. Okay, so you had more of slumber parties, but not many sleepovers.
Yeah, and then obviously when I grew up a little bit, like this is already teenage years, I had a friend, like a bestie, who like she'd sleep over my place, I sleep over hers. That was all normal. So that's fine. So I was a bit older for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't remember doing it really when like we were that young.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that young. Exactly. I really just remember, well, I would sleep over at Christy's house. She was my best friend.
See how it's all coming back?
Yeah. Christy McIntosh. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
She's still alive in case you wanted to know.
Let's hope Amanda and Christy are both well and truly alive and well.
But yeah, you're right. I don't really remember. And I wonder if that, I'm going to ask my mom, is that because I just literally don't remember, or is it because it just didn't happen?
Because I can imagine I wouldn't want to go when I was little. Like I can't, like I wasn't, like again, like my kids now, it's not like none of us are really like desperate to leave the house and go sleep somewhere random. Like what for? Go and hang out, have a play date and then come home. Literally, it's only really like your place that they'll ask to sleep over. And then nobody else really.
I have to say, as they get older, it does become a big thing for them. So Bane is almost 12 and he has had many sleepovers.
Yeah.
And it's actually more him. Well, no, I shouldn't say it's him and Ada that ask on the whim, like, you know, so-and-so's over. Oh, can they sleep over?
Yeah, it's if they're already over. That's true. Yeah. Yes.
But Bane has a lot of sleepovers, and I'm quite happy. I always push for the kid to sleep here. I'm happy for him to sleep over at other people's houses if I trust them, obviously.
Yes.
But I'm the type of mom where I like the kids here.
I want to know where they are. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know they've eaten all their dinner and everything on their plate.
Totally. So Bane just had a friend sleepover this past weekend, and it's perfect the way our house is, which a lot of houses are like this.
No.
So no, it is.
No, not my house.
Not your house.
I have one room.
Okay. Well, you know, a lot of other houses are the same as mine. Not yours.
Rich people.
So it's not rich people. It's normal people. Pleb over here. No.
Poor people.
So not true. Stop begging yourself out and me. Okay, so we've got where we are right now. The studio is on my lower level. It's not a basement. It's a lower level. And there's a lounge down here.
Yes, perfect.
So Bane and his buddies always just hang out down here. They game, they watch whatever.
And you can hear them. It's not like they're
totally.
Right? So they're not doing anything dodgy or weird.
They're just here.
Yep.
So he had a friend stay over.
Yep.
We had dinner upstairs.
Lovely.
Then all of the kids came down. So Bane is still a nice enough kid where he lets his brother and sister come and hang out with his friends. And they all watched Happy Gilmore too.
I want to watch that. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They had chips and candy. I had a great old time.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Lights out.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, breakfast, like whatever. And the kid, it was actually... he kind of hit a soft spot of mine because his dad said to me when he dropped him off that he hadn't had a sleepover in a couple years.
Stop it.
And I'm like, oh, is that because, and I didn't ask because I didn't want to pry, like, is that because he hasn't been invited? Is it because he doesn't like them?
Yeah, maybe he's not comfortable. Exactly. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, that's so cute. Like, you know, if there's any dramas, I'll make sure I get in touch with you, blah, blah. Because apparently the kid said to him the night before, oh, I'm a little bit nervous.
Of course he would be.
Right?
Of course.
But then he said the next day to his dad that he had a great time, blah, blah, blah. And he was such a sweetie. I'm like, and when I was like tucking Bane in, not tucking him in, but like giving him a kiss, I wanted to like, you know, pat.
Totally. That's what I do. I kiss Ada. I'm like, I know it's weird, but like I'll just like snuggle him in and be like everybody just gets a little snuggle.
It's not weird for you to kiss Ada.
Right? I'm like, get in here, girl.
Is not weird for you. It would be weird for me to kiss this child.
Well, also he's a boy, so it's a bit different, right? Yeah.
It would have been weird. Yeah. But I did give him yeah, right? Fist pump. Yeah. Go team, go. I did say to him, you know, are you feeling okay? Good, like if you're nervous at all, I can ring your dad. Like, are you okay? Type thing. And he's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, do you want to bring it in?
There you go, buddy.
But it's such a big deal.
Yes,
right?
Of course.
It's such a big deal for kids.
It is. And like, I often forget and try and always remember that my kids have their own worlds and they have their own feelings and they have their own thoughts. So obviously they come in with this like idea of like what it's going to be like. So like for you, obviously like I know you're nice, but the kids don't know.
They don't.
Do you know what I mean?
They only know me as Bane's mom, not as Lindsay as a person.
So they don't know what it's going to be like for dinners and things like that.
Totally.
So you would have given him such a lovely evening.
Do you know what is funny? Just to kind of sidetrack a little bit, is speaking of giving him a nice evening. So we had lasagna and garlic bread and salad, whatever, for dinner, right? And there, obviously, I've got 3 children. So there's Cameron, the kids, all sitting around the table. And which we know from past conversations, I'm very strict at dinner time. You sit, you eat, you don't act silly. You can talk, yes, but you don't get up from the table, yada, 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 whatever.
You don't stand on tables, definitely.
Not like that. You go to Billy's house for that kind of shenanigans. So I was giving some of my kids trouble because they were being like crazy. Right. They were being super silly because they had a friend over.
Exactly, right?
Totally. I get it. But I was like, all right, guys, come on. Like, let's eat, blah, blah.
Rein it in. Yeah.
Rein it in. And the friend said, so is it like this all the time? Because he's an only child. Right? I meant to say, yeah, so he's an only child. So he lives with his dad and stepmom.
He would have gone home wanting siblings. Like, seriously.
And it was funny. I kind of chuckled. I said, well, yeah, it is. I said, you're probably just used to being your dad and stepmom, like a very civilized dinner. Yes. And he's like, yeah, kind of. And I'm like, yeah, it is like this all the time. But like I think he kind of enjoyed the chaos.
He would have, of course. Because then he gets to go home to his quiet house and be like, oh,
that house is crazy.
That place is crazy. Just before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on something that you kind of touched on very briefly before, but and I don't know what I want to say about this. It just makes me feel so sad when kids aren't invited to play dates and things. Right? Like, I just want to say, if you are out there and you're involved with your kids and you pay attention to their friend groups or whatever, and you see that one kid that doesn't get invited to stuff, like, invite them. Like, it makes me so fucking sad when I hear those stories come across. I see it on Facebook all the time. I see it on TikTok all the time. People preparing parties, calling people, and then nobody shows up, or nobody ever invites their kids for birthdays or play dates or whatever. Kids are kids, man. They just want to be involved. They just want to be part of a community and society. So, like, I don't know.
But I 100% agree, because you know me about the whole kid and suicide, like, because that's what triggers
you
it.
Took that to a next level.
No,
but yes, you're right. It leads.
It's there. That leads to that. And I know of stories, which I'm not going to repeat because they may be listening. Yeah. It happens. But I feel like it actually gets really hard for the parents to control when the kids get older about inviting the kids over. Because, like, say Ada and Eve, you know, they're 9 years old, and you say, well, no, you should invite Betty to your party.
100%.
But they don't like Betty at all.
I know.
And Betty doesn't hang out with them. What's more detrimental? Betty coming to a party where people kind of exclude her and kind of ignore her, and she feels really awkward and uncomfortable, and Ada doesn't want Betty there at all, so it's weird, or not inviting her.
That's so true, because that's happened to us as well. Same thing. You're right. Like, there's always going to be that kid that feels ousted because of, well, for whatever reason. Yeah. So you're right. And I don't know what the right thing is, because I've said the same thing to Eve, and there's been times where I'm like, I would like you to invite that girl. And she's like, I do not hang out with her.
Yeah.
And then it does. It's like I'm not going to invite people to my party when I don't fucking like them.
I was just going to say.
Like, I'm not going to fucking, what the fuck?
Yes. Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like I want that kid to have a good experience as well. I know that's not my responsibility, but.
I know, it's really tough.
It's such a tricky thing, isn't it? You're so right. I literally just backtracked on exactly what I said, but you're right. You can't force feed it down your child's throat either. Like.
Yeah. The things that I kind of say, instead of it, because inviting them to a party is such a big deal. Now, if your daughter, I'm going to sidetrack for a second. If your daughter or son is being a dick or a bitch and being like, I'm not inviting them. No, you are going to invite them.
The fuck
you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
true. If you're being an asshole, true.
Yes. If they have been friends and they're just being a bitch to that person, no, you be a bigger person, you invite them. But if they genuinely just don't vibe and hang out, that's fair. That's different, right?
I don't know, but that makes me sad.
I always say to Ada too, because she's had many problems with girlfriends at school. Yes,
and she will continue to do so because we're women and crazy.
Totally, girls are it's so true. Girls are such bitches. Yeah. You know, include them at recess. Just do little things. You don't have to hang out with the same group of friends every single recess. If there's different friends that you kind of vibe with on certain days, go and hang out with them.
Yep. And I always teach my kids as well, like, if Betty doesn't want to hang out with you for that day, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
She does not have to.
She has other friends.
Yes, because my kids will sometimes come and complain and be like, oh, but she didn't play with me today. And it's like, babe, Betty is allowed to have other friends too. So it's like, you need to teach them how to, like, friendship is a wide thing that will change and chop and mix, and that's okay.
Do you know what I did? I'm going to confess on air. And some parents will be like, but fuck off. Who cares? We didn't ask you.
Here we go. Let's get judgy.
Right? So I work in the tuck shop on a Friday at my kid's school. Yep. One of Ada's friends came up to me. I'm not going to name names. One of Ada's friends came up to me and said, you know, they're kind of being rude to me. They're not letting me play with them. Yep. And Ada has had, with this one particular group of friends, a lot of drama last year. Mm-hmm. To the point where I actually requested for her this year not to be in the same class with certain people.
Said people,
yep. So I was like, girl.
Oh, girl, I've been waiting.
I got you. So, and this isn't Ada. This is one of her friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, where are they? I will come over and I will sort things out. Because I've had a gutful. Like, I have had a gutful. So we trot over and the little girl's like, oh, but when I've told someone before, then they get mad at me because I've told someone that they're not letting me play with them. And I said, oh, I get that. I'm going to make it very, like, don't you worry. Like, you didn't tell me anything. I'm just going to come over, whatever.
I love this.
So they're all sitting around having lunch, right? Ada's actually not in the group at this particular moment. And I was like, oh, hey girls.
Hey bitches, what's up?
Hey cunts. I don't even like that word, but I actually wanted to call them that. Right? Yeah.
That's when you know Lindsay's pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to call her Betty. Betty here, like, she can play with you, right? Because we all play together nicely. We're all in the same group of friends. Right. What happens is this particular group of friends is kind of a ringleader. And depending on what that ringleader dictates for that day is
those fucking people.
Who the group is friends with that day. Right?
Nope.
So this particular day, poor Betty was shunned from the group. And I'm like, hey girls, so like Betty can play with you, right? Like, you know, we're all friends. You girls are all friends. Yep. Like, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah? And I'm like, okay, yeah, see, Betty, yeah, you sit down. She was, you know, I was just at tuck shop.
Betty with her lunch is like,
yeah, I know. She's like, awkward.
Sit down.
But I did keep it in mind that I didn't want to make it harder for Betty.
Of course.
And I wasn't.
You're trying to help.
Totally. Yes. Not make it worse when I turn my back and go back to tuck shop. And I wasn't a bitch to the kids, but I was very like condescending and firm and type thing. And I did make eye contact the whole time with the one particular ringleader.
Yep.
And she's like, and I'm like, this is where I may have stepped over the line. I don't know. I don't care. But I was like, because we don't like it when this happens to us, do we? Because I know that, anyways.
It's happened to her before?
Yeah. But, well, has it? She says it has, but it's a whole different messy story. Anyways.
I think it's okay to pull people up on shit like that, especially when they're kids, because this is when they learn, right? So I like that you said something, because I think when it comes from an adult, like, it's too hard for kids to be able to work some of that stuff out sometimes. And they try. It's really not for lack of trying. But sometimes I think when an adult steps in and goes, hey, this is the type of behavior we expect from you.
Yeah.
Like, pull your fucking socks up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Look, Ada did not. She was mortified, because then I said, oh, where's Ada? And they're like, oh, she's over there. So I went over to her and she was mortified that I said something. Yeah.
No.
She was.
I thought she'd be so happy.
No.
Because I feel like when I go in for reinforcement, Eva's like, yeah, fucking get him, mum. But like, then she hasn't also had the troubles that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been different vibes. So
No, Ada was not happy. She was embarrassed and mortified that I was even there, like, talking to her friends.
Ada, you don't understand. We can't help ourselves. Like,
I'm like,
sorting shit out.
Bitch, I don't care.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Be nice to your friends. Anyways, in all honesty, defending Ada, she wasn't the bitch.
I was going to say, to be honest,
she's not.
And I think that we're totally digressing now, but I also kind of think that I place a real high value on making sure my people are good people. And I'm very okay with somebody coming, like, I had a little girl come up to me and say, this is last year, and say that my youngest daughter wasn't being very nice to her. When I tell you I saw fucking red.
I remember.
When I tell you that I took my child home, I reamed her a good one. Henry and I both sat down. We had this massive chat with her all week. I made her write letters. Like, I was so fucking unimpressed that she was being a little dick to someone. You don't understand. Like, I'm quite happy to call my child out on their behavior. I'm not the kind of parent that's like, no, my child is perfect. They're lovely. They're this, they're that, while they're fucking going off and doing dumb shit. Yeah. Absolutely fucking not. I do not play those games. So, like, I trust that when I release my child into the world, that they're going to be a kind, good human. And I know that Ada's a good fucking kid. Like, I know that there's no, like, that's not going to be a problem. Now, sure, things will happen and they'll have to work things out, and they have all the permission to, you know, be a little bit of a dickhead if it calls for it. That's fine. But generally speaking, they need to be a good human, and they need to treat other humans like
totally
that, right? So
like, and I know hand on heart that Ada's not the dick in the problem.
Yeah.
She just gets caught up with it, and I'm not being,
which is easy to do. We've all been there.
And I'm not being blindsided or like, oh, it's not.
That's what I'm trying to say. We're not the blind kind of parents.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyways, so I walked away and Betty sat down and Betty played.
Good. Betty would have been like, yeah, thanks. Miss Lindsay.
Well, and she's so sweet because she's come up to me a couple times at Tuck Shop and she's
she feels safe with you. See?
Yeah, well, it was actually quite cute because she's like, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, that shit breaks my heart. I cannot, I just feel like I've been the new kid so many times and I've had to be resilient because of it. But if I had a little Miss Lindsay, I would have 100% been going to talk to her all the time. Look, this wine was good enough. I drank it all.
Oh my God, 35 minutes. Stop talking.
Do you know,
Let's go.
We don't know how long this is going to be, but here we are. So, goodbye.
Be nice.
Be nice.
God.
Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lindelin. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon.